Welcome everybody to my developer interview series. Today it's the 14th edition, I guess, and as if I recall it correctly, this is the first ever hangout with one of our female engineers, and it's a pleasure to welcome Corinne Krych today. Hello, Corinne. How are you doing?
Hi, Marcus. I'm fine. I'm really pleased to talk to you today.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What are you doing?
So I'm Corinne, Corinne Krych. I've been working on the AeroGear project for the last 2 years. The time when I joined Red Hat, actually. I'm working on the iOS team. So be aware that I will show you some Swift code, Objective-C code, and this kind of thing. Before that, previous that, I've been a developer for like the last 15 years. It's a job I really enjoy. Most of my background was in Java, and then I switched a bit. I did some JavaScript a lot, and then recently just moved to the iOS platform.
What did you get started with? I mean, Java, JavaScript, iOS, that's quite a career programming languages wise. What was the one thing that really attracted you?
The one thing I really like anyway, it's learning, and I love learning new stuff. And I think that's one thing about, when you're a developer, you're curious about new technology, new stuff. So having new tools in your toolbox as a developer, I think it's something really important, and it's something I really enjoy. And that's why I think you can be a developer for many years, and there is still lots of things to learn around. And it's true, when I started on the mobile technology, I actually entered through the HTML5 JavaScript side. Then I went to the hybrid part of the mobile technology, and then I think going into the native side was like a natural shift for me.
And what are you working on right now? You told me about Swift, right? Isn't that brand new kind of programming language coming out of Cupertino?
Yes, actually, Swift was out last June, out of the WWDC event. And I would say since day one at Red Hat, we've been working on Swift. Most of our library on AeroGear 2.0 are written in Swift first. And some of them also have the Objective-C version. But all the new work we've been doing has been Swift first. So we've been really involved in Swift technology. Actually, last Friday, I was doing the .swift event in Paris. That was really great, meeting other, Swift developers. So that's so we're quite involved in Swift, in AeroGear project.
But Swift isn't exactly open source, right? Is there any way that we can contribute to the further development of Swift?
That's true. That's not the open source part of Swift is not, I think, the Apple priority right now. So, but although the language itself is not open source, you can find lots of open source projects working around it on Swift. So a lot of interesting projects like Fire and the AeroGear library also. And we're going to talk more in details about them. So there's still, there is still a community, an open source community on Swift. And that was very nice actually to meet those at the event in Paris. It's a very young community, and obviously it comes from Objective-C background, but yeah, a lot of things interesting going on there.
And what exactly are you working on these days?
Okay, so I work with the AeroGear team, and in the AeroGear team, obviously we're not doing just iOS, we're doing Android, Windows recently, iOS for the native part. We're doing also JavaScript library and core dev plugins. The part I'm more involved in, obviously, is the iOS libraries. Recently, we've done quite a tremendous amount of work moving all our library and doing our new library in Swift. The feature we've been working on recently has been the authentication and authorization, and we've got our OAuth 2 library out, and I can talk more about it in a minute if you want to do a demo about it. And this library, OAuth 2 library, is declared in all our client platform.
Okay, let's stop talking. Let's just share your screen and show us something. I'm really curious. I'm a Java developer at heart, so get me excited for Swift.
Yeah. So yeah, I can show you. Let me share the screen first. Here it is. So you're a Java developer, Marcus. So a good entry point. Let me show you. Is it big enough?
Probably not. If you could just increase the font size a bit.
Is it better? And then I'm going to.
Oh yes. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. The good entry point. That's here. I wanted to show you here. We've got cookbook for AeroGear, and as you can see, we've got different cookbook. We've got a backend when we need a backend, but for each of the clients, we've got JavaScript, iOS, Android, Windows, very recent platform, and the Cordova cookbook. So in this cookbook repository that you can fork on GitHub, that I've already done, I'm going to start with the iOS one, but I'll try to show you the Android one too. So you've got a picture of AeroGear in general. So here we've got different quick start demo. I'm going to show you today the shoot demo. So we go to the shoot demo, and here we've got some Swift code. As a dependency management, we use Cocoa Pods, which is also an open source project. Basically, it's the way you want to install your product. So you do pod install. It's like a Maven install, basically. And I will fetch all the dependency for you, and it will build your Swift, your shoot Xcode workspace. And then I can just open the workspace like that, and I will have Xcode opening. So this is Xcode. So this is yeah. So this app, I'll show you the main. Maybe we can have one second more. So this is our shoot and share app. So this is what we call a storyboard in iOS. Huh? So it's basically where you drag and drop all your UI components. And this app is really a Hello World app, because you see there is only one screen here. And the goal of the app is just to take a picture and share it to different providers. Here we want to demo OAuth 2, remember? So you can share with Google, Keycloak, I will talk later about this one, and Facebook. So let's start first to run it, and then I will go a bit deeper in the code. So I just do the demo with running it on the simulator, on the iPhone 5S simulator. So I just run the app. Simulator is just hidden behind. Yeah, so usual pop-up to ask you if you allow to access a photo, because we're working on a photo here. Because it's a simulator here, I don't have the, I cannot take a picture with the simulator, so I just fake that with a bunch of already there, photo already there. Just pick a photo. And here we've got our screen that we want to share with, for example, we do with Google. So here we're going to do the authorization code grant. It's a three-legged OAuth 2 grant. So basically, it involves the resource owner, which is you, for example. You've got a Google account, which is then the authorization server, and the mobile app. So the mobile app will send a request to the authorization server, and Google here, in this case, it's our provider, will ask us to log in, to authenticate. So we authenticate here. I'll use my Gmail account. And sorry, just and then Google will forward us to the authorization page. And here it asks us if we grant access to our Google Drive, because the goal of this Shoot and Share app is to take a picture and share it on your Google Drive. So I will accept to grant the permission. And that's why it's interesting, because you saw when we trigger the dance, we get an external browser. This is a Safari browser here. And now I'm going to accept, and I'm going to go back to my Shoot and Share application. And my photo is successfully uploaded. And I can see it on my Drive. Refresh. This is a photo, yeah. This is a photo. So this was how we do it with the Google one. And now, the interesting point also is that with the library, we've get those access tokens and refresh tokens, and we securely save them in the keychain. So meaning that now, if I want to upload another photo, and choose another photo, for this one, I just go to Google, and that time the tokens are already stored, and I can just upload my photo without having to go through the pop-up grant access again. Okay? So that was for the demo. Now, maybe you want to see some code, Marcus.
Absolutely.
Are you ready to see some Swift code?
I'm not sure, but let's give it a try.
So here it is. It's nothing to be intimidated. It's pretty simple actually, and it reads really easy. The syntax is kind of nice.
Can you increase the font size a little bit?
Ah, yes. Thanks for telling me. I need to go to export the preferences and choose the presentation. Maybe this one.
Oh,
is that big enough? Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. And we can also maybe remove the storyboard. So each in Xcode, you know, each action on your button will be linked to an action in the code here. You actually drag and drop it. You drag and drop the action, and you attach it to this method here. That's the way you attach method. Oops, sorry, that's my mistake. Yeah, that I want to be. Yeah. Sorry, view controller, that's where I am. So how do we do that? We use our iOS library. So first of all, when you do OAuth 2, you need to have a client ID. And that means there is a prerequisite step. You need to go to the Google admin console and here, create a project, and Google will give you a client ID. Here we have a client ID. Here I just precise the scope, and it means that please I want to have access for the drive. And the way I do it is just create with a factory icon manager. I just create a Google OAuth 2 modules, and then I just simply inject it in our HTTP layer. So notice here, HTTP is actually one of the library we also working on. It's an HTTP library, and I import here. It's AeroGear HTTP. And once I've set up my authorization module to my HTTP library, it's a way to say, okay, I want to use OAuth 2 for each call I'm going to do with HTTP. And then you simply perform the upload, which is just the method all of that. And on HTTP, I just do a post. This is our API. And that's what I need to do, because that will be the HTTP layer, which will take care of checking if there is an access token in the keychain, then just use it. If there is no access token in the keychain, please do the OAuth 2 dance. So it's very transparent for the user. The only thing he has to do is create a Keycloak, a Google config, inject it into the HTTP layer, and then just work on the HTTP layer as he used to. So So that really that's it for the Google demo. But maybe you want to go a bit further and see how we can create our own backend and secure our response. Marcus?
Yes, I've seen something like Keycloak, right? Isn't that
Yes,
our famous JBoss security framework?
exactly. So suppose now we want to do to make it work with Keycloak. We first need to start up Keycloak. No, just go to. So here I use the all appliance distribution. And just Keycloak. So let's go to Keycloak server-side admin. So the first time you connect to Keycloak as just admin, and you may be prompted, and you will be prompted to change your password to that. So here I am in Keycloak. I've defined my shoot realm. So you define a realm, and a realm is a concept in Keycloak where you can have several applications in that same in that realm that share the same users, so that you can achieve single sign-on and this kind of thing. So here I want to show you I've done a shoot realm. I want to show you the application I've defined. We'll do a demo with a web app, which is called Shoot Web. And this web app will display all the images we uploaded to Keycloak. And we also have another application, which is called Shoot Services, and that will be our REST endpoint, or the REST endpoint we want to secure. In that case, we want to provide a REST endpoint to upload the photo. That will be the one secure. And another thing you need to define beside the application, so that will be our web application, our REST endpoint secure, and we want OAuth 2 entry point for our mobile app to be able to connect to. So here, this is the entry point, shoot third party. And one very important part in this setup is the redirect URL. So here, this is our redirect URL. That's a point I forgot to tell you about in the demo I've done it earlier, but I'm going to tell you now. Actually, remember when we had the OAuth 2 flow, where we go to an external browser, enter our login password, then click the yes, I agree, and grant access, and then we went back to the application. So this is a very important point in the mobile app. How do you go back to the application? In iOS, you use what we call the redirect URL. So I want to show you. I will show you as XML source code. I find it always better to look at source code. So this is our redirect URL, which is defined here. So my entry point would be org AeroGear shoot. And usually as a convention, you can use the bundle ID. Bundle ID is a unique identifier for your iOS application. So here I use my bundle ID because I know it's unique in the App Store, for example. And that would be my entry point. So that would be the redirect URL that I will specify in my config.
It's kind of a callback handler, right? So
that's exactly what it is. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah. So it's very important to put the right callback URL, otherwise you won't re-enter the application. So that's our setup on the Keycloak admin. And then you can see it here. that I need to match around, match the ID. Okay. So is the application started? Yes. Now I can show you the Shoot web app. So user. All this demo is available, and this is the backend cookbook I was talking about.
Ah, okay.
So you can deploy it yourself and try it by yourself from end to end. So here we will display all the photos that we've uploaded. For now it's empty because we haven't uploaded to Keycloak yet. So I can do it. I will do it with iOS, and then I will start the Android app also, so that you can see it with Android. So here I want to share to Keycloak. So just before that, I just need to make sure I got the Keycloak URI, which I haven't. So it's a parameter just into here. I can use localhost because it's my simulator. Just going to shoot. And now I can share with Keycloak. And here you see the same approach that we had earlier. I will enter my username, user. Oops, so wrong field. Yeah. User and password. Then I grant access to my application, and now I go back to the Shoot and Share application, and you can see on the background here that my picture has been uploaded.
And all the REST endpoints are actually protected by Keycloak.
Yes, that would be nice if I can. You're right. I could maybe show you the REST endpoint and how non-intrusive you can secure them. Let me start IntelliJ.
The way to access Keycloak as an OAuth provider is actually also encapsulated in the Swift library by AeroGear, right?
Yes. So that's actually what I show you. This the name of the library is. I'll show you here.
That's a lot. Awesome.
Yes. So this is OAuth for iOS, Windows, and Cordova, and we have also the same for Android. Yeah. So here we have, and as I say, it's very transparent the way we encapsulate it in our libraries with Keycloak, because it's simply you create the Keycloak config like we have here. You just create the Keycloak config. You just create a OAuth 2 module, and then you can use your HTTP layer. You just inject the authorization module in it, and then you can just use your HTTP layer, transparently.
And on the Java side, like the REST endpoints, this
Yes.
is exactly the same, like in adding a library and what else?
Yeah, so I'm trying to find my project, which is the right one. This is my project, so I'm going to show you the, and as I say, you can find all this source code here. I'll show you again, and cookbook. That will be the place where you find the backend cookbook. And as you see, you got clear step-by-step installation. So it's really a quick start thing. It's very easy to install. So here we are. I was talking about the admin part where I'll show you. We've got the shoot real in Keycloak. You've got a description file which is which is described as JSON. And this is all the thing we've been, I've shown you through the admin console, the Keycloak admin console. All this, you can find it here. So if you remember, we had the Shoot web app we have the OAuth client. Everything is here, and we put our secure endpoint. Yeah.
Perfect.
So let me show you the secure services. Here they are. They're just normal REST endpoints. Here there's also code to actually upload and download photos. Again, if you want to secure your REST endpoint in a non-intrusive way, you can do it through the description files, which is here. Basically, we have actually here we define. We say that we're going to use the Keycloak shoot realm, and this is the so wrong file. This one for the REST endpoint. This is the name of our REST endpoint, the same one that matched the name in the shoot realm file. So here we say, okay, this will be the resources we want to secure. The type of it's a blur only, and just like I show you, it's just plain REST endpoint, nothing complicated. In the same,
don't have to change the source code of your REST endpoint.
Yes, that's
declaratively.
Yeah. That's really the part I like about Keycloak. It's the fact it's non-intrusive. If you want, you know, you can just walk as you want, and then define the security at the last moment without interfering in your code. That's really great.
Great.
And in the same example, you also have the web app. Yeah, and the web app is also secure by a configuration file in the JSON format. And here it matches the shoot web that we had in our shoot realm. This is actually here you've got the main. This is an Angular web app, and this is actually where the code sits. For the JavaScript part, we use the Keycloak adapter, the Keycloak JavaScript adapter, because in the previous one we use a whitefly adapter. Here we use a JavaScript adapter, which is only one file. Yeah, and then we secure. Yeah, and
it looks pretty easy on first sight. So all the source code is on GitHub, right? And the tutorial is pretty much complete. So,
yes. Yeah, everything is pretty much complete. The only brand new things that maybe we're still working on would be the, I had it open, it's a Windows platform, which is the newest addition to the OAuth 2 libraries. But it's working too, and we've got the cookbook to explain this. Yeah.
So perfect. That was a really cool walkthrough. I actually didn't know that Keycloak is part of the solution, but it's exactly the brand new part, right? So, thanks for your time, Corinne. It was a pleasure to have you here. I definitely enjoyed talking to you, and I hope you liked your hangout session today with me.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Perfect. So whenever there's something new and upcoming in the Swift, JBuzz, AeroGear sector, just shoot me a line and I'd be happy to welcome you here again.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Marcus.
Take care and talk to you soon.
Thank you.